Welcome to qnawire.
In this problem, we have to find the amount of time it takes, or the period, for a piece of luggage to go around a carousel once. Now, on the left here, I've drawn the free body diagram for our piece of luggage already, if you imagine it just as a dot at the center of all of these arrows. So we have our normal force pointing perpendicular to the surface that we're on, and our gravitational force pointing directly downwards, as well as in this problem, a frictional force, which is going to be pointing up the slope of the carousel as the force of gravity tries to pull it downward. And the component that's trying to pull it downward, we can call FGX. Now, if we want to find the period, we're first going to want to find the velocity, right? In order to know how long it takes for the bag to go around the carousel, we need to find the speed at which it's actually moving around it. So let's start with our equation for the centripetal force, since we have a bunch of forces acting on the bag already, and this equation includes the velocity. So maybe that'll get us somewhere. All right, so what forces make up our centripetal force? Well, we have the gravitational component. We have the gravitational component, FGX, pointing inward towards the center of our motion, as well as the frictional force pointing upward, away from the center of our motion. So we find that our force is going to be, our centripetal force is going to be equal to FGX minus our frictional force. All right. Now, we can rewrite both of these quantities in terms that we know. FGX is equal to mg sine theta, and sigma n is going to be equal to sigma mg. Oh, sorry. Let me change that to cos theta. And that is due to the fact that the normal force opposes our y component of our gravitational force, and that y component is equal to mg cos theta. And that's how we end up with this equation. Now, when we rearrange all of this, we find that our theta mg cos theta, sigma mg cos theta, is equal to mg sine theta plus mv squared over r. And now we can rearrange this to solve for v. So we get that r times, canceling out our m's as well, r parentheses sigma, or mu, g cos theta minus g sine theta is equal to v squared. And when we solve for v, we get that it is equal to 1.708, given the quantities that we have in the beginning, our r, our mu, and our theta. Now, all we have left to do is plug in to find our period. So we know the equation for period is 2 pi over omega, which we can rewrite as 2 pi r over v. And we know our v, our r is given in the problem, so we can plug in to find that our period is equal to 40.46 seconds, which is our final answer.